What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, last year around this time, Kevin Samuels was making his rounds across the internet, and a big portion of his content was catered towards what we now know as high value black men, high value men in that situation, right? It pissed a lot of women off all over the world. I was talking to a young lady here the other day from London that just happens to be, here in Africa. And she still, after Kevin has been dead for over 6 months, still is upset with some of the talking points from his content. Not mad at him as an individual, the talking points. What was Kevin talking about? He was talking about those group of men that had extreme competitive advantages, whether that be good looking, career rise, intellect, social abilities, building abilities, that those men are highly sought after on the market. We are taught as guys when we were coming up that women are highly sought after on the market. And typically that's true when you're younger. Women, if they're, pretty, above average looking, they have opportunities. Now, we're going to be fair. The opportunities that we thought they have, I don't think that they're really so good because there's so many single women. So either women are missing opportunities or the opportunities there are bad. But the issue comes in as a lot of women would rather date the top 20% of guys. Some women will date guys who are not elite, but women will prefer to date those guys, whether that's in looks, money, or both. Blair Underwood, for most women, is both. Women would consider him, Denzel Washington, guys like that, extremely good looking. Will Smith, also extremely rich. And last year, something happened with Mr. Blair Underwood. He divorced his wife of 27 years, Desiree DaCosta. Would on social media explain their marriage ended. They would continue to be the best of friends as they co-parent their 3 children together. And then what happened? Voila. Blair Underwood announces he's engaged to his friend of 41 years. She's had my back before I even became an actor. Let me talk about this real quick, because I've been getting in some debates with this the last year. Number one, ladies, if you're listening around the world, okay? If you think that, Tia Mowry at age 44, other women, you get divorced, Erica Mena, stuff like that. There's some guy waiting on you that's going to be as equally wealthy as the guy that you had. I think that's not necessarily logical. Not that women can't be beautiful enough to achieve it, but it's not necessarily so logical, because typically guys who have something to offer are not going to be sitting around waiting for you to get divorced. Doesn't really work like that. That's what the world teaches us, that if you don't take care of your woman, somebody else's will. There's a lot of single women out there who will compete with that theology, or that that's not a religion, but it is sort of religion, right? That if you don't do something for a woman, somebody else is going to do it. It's not necessarily true. What is true though, is if you're Blair Underwood, even if in your 50s, you got opportunities. Guess who waited 41 years to be his woman? Josie Hart. Okay? High value men don't have platonic friendships with women, usually. If they do, it's by choice. Okay? And I honestly feel that, if you really want to be honest, he was messing with this lady before. It had to be, like, there's no way you've been with somebody 41 years, you have no attraction to them, and all of a sudden you're attracted. It doesn't work that way. You're going to ask me something now, right? Oh shit, well, why didn't he get somebody younger? Why didn't he get somebody that's a younger woman around his age? I can tell you why. You see, everything is not about young women. See, a lot of guys who are wealthy, who are rich, here's what you're concerned with. Some women disagree. Was she there before I had anything? Means a lot. Women don't see, that's called investment. So many women lose out on guys because you expect him to have everything right away. Then when a guy gets everything right away, why do he need you there? But she knew him before he had something, which is why he's going back to her. Not because she's a spring chicken, because why? A young woman wouldn't be able to appreciate where he's been. I'm going to be honest real quick. Young women are nice, but sometimes, a lot of times, they're lacking in certain things in life experience. Young women really don't know. If you really want to be honest, they don't really know how to treat men so much, especially this generation now. All right? That's where women really come in with the experience. Maybe if you lack in looks, you get experience. How a man wants to be talked to, how a man wants to be catered to. And Blair Underwood had every woman that looks good in the world. He ain't looking for that. Don't need it. I need a woman who is consistent. How do you know? Look at the past performance. And a lot of women can compete if they have value. See, the reason why you get a lot of guys, in my honest opinion, that go after younger women outside of the looks. One of the things is a lot of times women who, as they age, they tend to have a tainted view on life, right? And they tend to have the proclivity to make guys pay for the mistakes that they got with other people. Like that's one thing. Once a woman gets around like 30, 35, 40, that kind of bubbly experience in life kind of goes away because, that woman is tainted now. She's upset with the world more or less. And so a guy doesn't really like that. And again, you got to pay for somebody else's mistakes. But this lady has always been supportive. Maybe supportive in ways his wife was not. And that's why he's marrying her. Men want to do things for women they have investment for. All right? Men are investors, emotional investors into relationship, financial investors into relationship. That's what we do. We invest and we want to get return for our investment. The best way to go and get return, even though you never know, is somebody you already know. Let's look at the stock market. What do I invest in? I want to invest. I don't even pick individual stocks outside of waste management in my portfolio, but I do have Fidelity. I have, let's say, Fidelity NASDAQ Composite, FNCMX ticker score symbol, and I can look and see that the NASDAQ 100 always performs. Index funds, that one's always performed. I'm going to invest my money in which I know that even though I might not get the same performance all the time, it has performed. With a new fund, you don't know. A new company, you don't know. And a lot of guys don't have enough time to get out here and figure it out with women you don't know who could be pretending. If I'm going to marry somebody, I'm going to marry somebody that I got some investment with. And guys that are rich, successful, don't stay around for long. But women, when they get divorced, 40 and 50, they typically are going to be dating guys who make less money and are down. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.